Hello YouTube, this is the Sim Basketball Operator bringing you an NBA 2K13 Association commentary. As you can see, we have clinched the best record in the conference at 62-19, and I think we actually already clinched the best record in the league. As you can see, the Pistons finished second, 76ers third, Heat fourth. The Bulls will be fifth, even though they have the third best record, just because we are two teams that have in their own division, us and the Pistons, that have better records than them. Pacers are going to come in as the sixth seed, and we're just waiting whether to be the Knicks or I think we're playing the Nets in the first round of the playoffs. And to see who got eliminated barely, it was the Wizards at 39-43, the Raptors at 38-44, and then looking at the Western Conference, you have the Thunder, who we barely beat for the best record, the Hornets, the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Spurs, the Grizzlies, and just waiting on the other ones, and the Jazz and the Rockets. So I'll see you guys in the last game of our second season.
The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? It's yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? It's yours.
Just earlier, the fans on their feet as the national anthem rang out throughout the arena. It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan here, along with Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg. Happy you could join us. They'll play this one here in Cleveland before the Cavaliers head back on the road. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta. The confidence, hopefully back. They got that after dropping two straight to begin the season series. Can they ride that and even it up here? That's the question.
And I thought their preferred weapon in that game was the three-point shot, Clark. They really used it well.
Steve, it looked like that was the plan coming into the game, and obviously it was the right one and well executed.
Looking for the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Brought to you by State Farm. Josh Smith and Al Horford, the big men. Teague and Lou Williams are the back. And it's Jackson. And at the small...
So to conclude our second season, we're going against an Atlanta Hawks team that's actually pretty talented. They still have Josh Smith, Al Horford, and Lou Williams, who gave us problems early and often. As you can see, the Hawks are jumping out to an 8-0 lead. And this is the conclusion to our second season, but we'll be headed to the playoffs. It's been a good second season. Had a lot of favorable streaks. As you can see, Kyrie is getting the spin layup. Paul George really helped us, pushed us to the best record in the league. As you can see, he's coming off the screen, knocking down the jumper. So overall, this season was a success. We actually did better than last season. Not as big of a jump as in season 1, but still great nonetheless. And watching Kyrie hit that jumper over Myers Leonard. And I'm going to talk about real life for a little bit. First, we're going to talk about the draft lottery. If you guys don't know already, the Cavaliers won the lottery. That's really just going to help them out. Looks like they're probably going to take Nerlens Noel. If you guys remember from my first offseason, I had the 6th pick overall. And I had both McLemore and Nerlens Noel on the table because my draft class got screwed up. And I ended up taking Ben McLemore just because I felt that would be redundant to also have Tristan Thompson. Now there's one wild card into this, and because this player I would probably taken if he was available, but he was actually taken first overall. And this could actually be a reality because Otto Porter is a guy that could fit really well with the Cavaliers. He fills that small forward position. Does a lot of things, but none of them especially well. And the Cavaliers already have a couple of great scoring options in Kyrie Irving and Dion Waiters. And Otto Porter could provide that lockdown defense. And whatever the Cavaliers do, since it's so up in the air, it could really affect how the rest of the league just looks and who they draft. The Magic are probably looking at Noel as their first option if they can't get him. they're probably just looking at Trey Burke. Both are just great options. I wouldn't be surprised if they took McLemore either. But they accumulated a good group of forwards between Tobias Harris, Maurice Harkless, and Andrew Nicholson to go around with Nikola Vucevic, who's just a budding young center, and I can't wait to see what he does in his second season. And now to the playoffs, as you guys hopefully know, it's the Heat and the Pacers, and then on the other side of things, it's the Spurs and the Grizzlies. I originally thought that the Grizzlies were going to beat the Spurs, but that's not looking like it, as they're down 3-0 in the series and no one's ever come back to it. But then again, the Red Sox have pulled it off once in another sport, baseball, so who knows what will happen, but the Spurs look completely in control. And on the other side of things, the Heat just took Game 3, and I'm sticking with them. The Pacers have given the Heat quite a scare in the first 2 games, but the Pacers need to get the next one at home, and it looks like it's going to be an interesting series. So now let's get to the gameplay. We are actually down by 4. Hawks, even though the record doesn't show it, they're a pretty talented team. Here I'm just dribbling around with Kyrie and springing free for the open jumper. And Kyrie had a great game today, which is why they're bringing the double early and often. Paul George actually missed a pretty open 3, and then turnovers killed us again. Tristan Thompson's responsible for that one. Leads to Devin Harris pull-up jumper. I noticed that it seems like every game we're getting killed in fast break points, but I guess that's because my total sim controls have us box out and try to secure every rebound we can, because we have some lineups with the likes of Tyler Zeller, John Lure, and Samardo Samuel, to where we cannot get a rebound. So hopefully in Season 3 I can move Varich out of the bench to just improve that second string rebounding. Kyrie is still tearing it up in the third quarter, getting the and one to try to pull us within 11. And he's going to hit this free throw. So the Hawks their team has changed a little bit. They acquired Myers Leonard, but aside from Smith and Horford, man, hold up. Look at that dunk by Ben McLemore, going windmill with 2 hands and getting that all in Lou Williams' grill. Such a nice dunk. I don't know if I like that one better or the Paul George dunk against the Heat. But that just shows how athletic our team is and how we should be getting out on the break a little bit more. And here's another athletic player, Josh Smith, sending that shot away, and then he's going to catch the lob pass and throw it down. If I didn't have Tristan Thompson already, Josh Smith will be one of the guys I try to pair with Kyrie. Be a nice fit. But I like what Thompson brings to the table. And here we go, Ben McLemore using that shot creator signature skill, getting that jumper to go. And how we go with Dion Waiters. Crisp bounce pass to Dominic McGuire, who actually had a pretty good game today. I actually scored for it once. I've just been using it for defense and locking down the opposing great small forwards in the league. And he's actually decent at hitting his free throws. So Patrick Mills, another turnover. They killed us all game. Here comes Devin Harris again on the fast break, kicking it to Lou Williams, and he's getting the dunk. Lou Williams was injured for pretty much the entire year this past season in real life, and I really hope that he can get back to what he's been doing. He's an undersized 2 guard, but he's a very good scorer, and his skills actually really translate well into 2K. And Dion Waiters is going to miss this at the end of the quarter, but Dominic McGuire again getting the putback dunk. I don't know how many points we finished with. We'll see at the end of the game. But third quarter coming to a close. This game's got a little bit away from us, but we managed to close it within 3. As you can see, the gap is a pretty high scoring game, 87-84. We really got to step up our defense. I don't know why they're scoring so much. We actually have a top-rated defense in the league, as you can see. Tyler Zeller is driving on Horford and actually fouling him out pretty early in the fourth quarter, so that's going to help deplete the Hawks' post presence a little bit early. And so Tyler Zeller goes to the line. But one issue I have with this is that with 12-minute quarters, which I like to play, it's more realistic to me. It's actually not as realistic because the scores are so high. And both teams are shooting at a pretty good percentage. Nice dunk by Tristan Thompson. Fast forward this long replay a little bit. Gets Josh Smith in the air. Throws it down over Myers Leonard. So, I mean, there's something I have to do about the score. I'm not sure. I don't really want to lower the quarters. As you can see, Thompson that was Samardo Samuels that fouled out Josh Smith, who can't believe it. And our bigs really stepped up today, and they're giving us a 5-point cushion. So I may think about lowering sliders for both CPU and user, but I haven't made a decision on that. And all that won't happen until the third season. I'm going to stick with the sliders I have now, which is the simulation sliders on Hall of Fame difficulty. And now here you go, Tristan Thompson bullying John Jenkins because he's in at power forward due to the depleted Hawks front court. And this, our ability to bruise, gives us a 9-point lead. Myers Leonard isn't ready for prime time. He throws the ball away. Up to Ben McLemore, who's going to take it tough on the left side of the court and finish with the left hand. And now Kyrie dicing the Hawks full court press. Going to kick it over to Paul George to hit the dagger if there was ever a need for one. And that's pretty much going to conclude this game. Lou Williams throwing the ball out of bounds. So we finish our regular season on a high note, give us some momentum going into the playoffs. I want to try to finish the first 2 rounds as quick as possible. And since we're the best team in the league, finals is a real possibility here. I'm going to stick to playing only the elimination games, but once I get to the finals, I'm going to play all the games because I'm not that great at 2K, so it won't be like I'm sweeping out whoever I face, which is most likely probably going to be the Thunder, I can imagine. I mean, their team has progressed really nicely because they're still a relatively young team. Kyrie Irving won player of the game. And now look at some stats. Lou Williams tore us up a little bit in the first half. Not so much in the second half. Shot 10 for 26 from the field. Not that great. I still finished with 26 points. Jeff Teague was the second leading scorer, 17 points. Josh Smith, 14 and 9. Myers Leonard scored 14. I don't know how the heck that happened. Devin Harris scored 11. Still one of the fastest players in the NBA. We actually held Al Horford at 4 points on 1 of 6 shooting. But then again, he grabbed 14 rebounds, 17 offensive. As you can see, the Hawks kind of killed us with their offensive rebounding. Kyrie led all scorers with 26, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists to go along with it. Zeller provided 15, Thompson 14, McLemore 14, Waiters 14, and Paul George 10. Kyrie actually led us also in rebounding and assists, just showing what a great player he is. But we have to make more impact plays defensively. Our steals and blocks are a little bit low. So as you can see, we get a close victory over the Atlanta Hawks. Wish them all the best in their offseason plans and trying to become a contender next season. But for us, we are headed to the playoffs, which will be probably taking on the Brooklyn Nets. So that game will be coming out soon. Also, again, my reminder, if you want to play me in online association, YouTube or Xbox, gamertag is Volatile Object 3, because I really hope to play you guys. So as the Sim Basketball Operator, more 2K on the way, and I will see you guys next time.